Hi guys, welcome to another video. And today we're going to actually have a topic about how you actually get to the end result of closing the sale. So I wrote down several things that I want to go over so that you can kind of know exactly the route that I take. And you can change up the order a little bit, but these are just important. It's not like in any particular order, but for the most part it is. So first thing is attitude, how you show up for work for the day, or if you're on point, or you're about to help a customer. A lot of things amount to how your attitude is, and one of the biggest issues that we have in today's day is this right here, this phone. So why I say that is because the phone has all this news coming to you 24/7 telling you about, and what is the news about? It's just bad news all the time. So, the more bad news we fill our brains with, the difference the attitude's going to be, whether you're looking at social media or you're looking at the news on your phone. So just know that everything that you allow into your brain to read about, to watch about, all that stuff affects your attitude throughout the day. Me, I actually have no notifications on about any sort of news whatsoever. So, I don't watch the news. I don't read about the news. People go, you should be informed. I'm informed enough as I need to be. I want to be happy every single day. I don't want to hear about negative things. Negative things happen throughout the world. That is not for me to deal with. That's for God to deal with. So attitude is so important. How you show up for work. If you've got something going on with your family or outside, when you walk through those doors, you need to hone it in. Think of when you go to work, it's like being on Broadway. So, if you were to be a Broadway actor and you show up and you give it your all one time, you need to do it twice in a day. So that Broadway show may be 2 hours. So for 2 hours, you're giving it all as an actor. Well, you better be ready for the next Broadway show a few hours later in that day. So why do they give it their all both times? Well, they're giving it their all both times because they want that standing ovation at the end. Well, we as salespeople, we want the paycheck, we want the credit card, we want the financing, whatever it is. We want that customer to buy at the end. So attitude is really, really important, and leaving all outside influences out there. And I'm not saying don't look at your phone or social media completely, but know that whatever you put in your brain is going to have an effect on your attitude and have an effect on your personality. And if you are hang out with negative people, maybe there's negative people at your store, or maybe there's negative people at another store. I've worked in mattress stores, and then people just start calling each other and, do you hear about this? And do you hear about that? I don't care. I remember a regional manager came to my store. It was about 10 years ago. He's there, and he's like, did you hear about this? I said, I didn't hear about any of that. I said, you see, my phone doesn't ring. My phone does not ring. I don't care about what's going on. All I care about is when I come to work that I'm ready to go, because I got a family to feed. And I want to be the best person that my customer expects and go above and beyond. Okay, so attitude's number one. Number two, qualifying. So if a customer is coming in, most of the time they don't know what they want. Even if they did research online, they have no idea what they want. I don't ask a customer what type of firmness that they want. Now, if the customer wants to just volunteer that information, fine. But I don't go asking, do you like firm, medium, or soft? Because most people don't know what they like. They don't know if they like firm, medium, or soft. What they know is they're looking for a mattress. They are hoping that they're in front of an expert. And so my ideas are, finding out what the issues are. Are you a side sleeper? Are you a back sleeper? Are you a stomach sleeper? I want to get that information out of each of them. Why? So I can diagnose and recommend the right mattress. The next thing, do you sleep hot? What does that mean? I've had some people give me negative feedback on asking that question. And so you can ask, hey, do you kick covers off because you feel like like the room temperature can't get to the right temperature, or whatever, however you want to ask that question. I ask people, are you a hot sleeper? Because I am. I keep my air conditioning on during the night because I got to make sure that I'm not woken up because of heat. I live in Southern California, so it's like summertime all year round. So I have to have my air conditioning on pretty much all year round. Only at night. I don't need to have it on during the daytime unless it's really hot. But I keep mine at 66, 67 degrees, sometimes 65 degrees, most of the time 66 or 67. And that right there, and people go, oh wow, your electric bill is high. It's not cheap, but it's not like outrageous. It's just, they've done studies and they've shown that a cooler environment helps you sleep better. So a lot of times, by the way, if a customer gets home their mattress like, oh, this is hot, well, I ask them, what's your temperature of your bedroom? Do you use the air conditioning? It's hot out during the summertime or whatnot. Oh, no, I don't. Well, your bed, no matter what bed you get, is going to take on the temperature of your bedroom. So people will blame the mattress, not blame the room temperature. So sleeping hot, that's another one. Another question I ask them, hey, is there a particular type of mattress that you were kind of set on looking for? For instance, like a Tempur-Pedic or a spring mattress. And I like to throw out the brand Tempur-Pedic because people know that as a premium brand. Like Lululemon or Apple, those are premium brands. So those are brands that people know that they're going to have to pay if they want quality. And by saying that, I'm also asking their price range without asking their price range. And that way I don't limit myself by saying, hey, what's your price range? Because a lot of times you ask somebody, hey, what's your price range? And they say, oh, I'm thinking about $1,500 for a king. And then we limit ourselves to showing only mattresses $1,500 or less. Now, if we start high, if you start at 10,000 or 5,000 or somewhere in there, then the benchmark of price is the first one. So I like to ask also if there's a particular brand or type of mattress they want to try, because sometimes I've noticed when I just say, follow me over here, and I put them on a bed and they try, brand X, Y, and Z, they go, oh, is this the one that you're making the most commission on? It's like, I don't care, honestly. I'm going to make my money, but commission is not my number one goal. My number one goal when I'm with a customer is finding the mattress that works for them so that they're happy when they get it home. If I made $1,000 on one mattress and $500 on the other, and I sold them the one that I'm going to make the $1,000 on, and they got it home and they hated it, that's going to cost me more than if I had just sold them the $500 one that I knew that they'd be happy on. And the reason why I don't want to spend a lot of time talking to these people, because they call you and then they blame you for it. And part of that would be my fault if I'm only showing one brand and only trying to go for the home run, because not everybody falls in the same category. And I see salespeople make that mistake where, oh, Tempur-Pedic's the best, you need to buy Tempur-Pedic, blah, 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 blah. And then you get all these returns because not everybody falls in that category. Tempur-Pedic's an amazing brand, but a handmade tufted bed, that's an amazing brand too, an amazing mattress too. And people fall into both categories. And I don't try to steer someone towards one brand or one type. I want to listen. So that comes to my next thing after qualifying is mirroring the customer. So customer comes in, they're sarcastic, I'm going to be sarcastic. They're low key, I'm going to be low key. They're hyper, I'm going to be hyper. You know, they're laughing, I'm going to be laughing. If they got something going on, you know, there are people who come in, and I know you guys deal with this every day, that they've got issues going on in their life, and they just need somebody to talk to while they're buying. Listen, take a moment to be human. You know, some of my best interactions have nothing to do with what type of mattress that I sold to somebody. The best interactions are actually listening to them and connecting with another human one-on-one. Because this life is short. And if you're not trying to connect with a one-on-one with these customers on more than just selling a mattress, then, I mean, all you're doing is going to work. You're going to work, going home, and maybe you're making a ton of money, you know, but I got no problem having an income. So mirroring the customer is really important. Find out what's going on with their back. You know, do you have, that's another thing in the qualifying. You want to ask them too, do you have back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain? If they've got shoulder, hip pain, you know you're going to need to show them something in the medium to softer range. Firm, you know, a lot of people steer somebody towards firm for back, but back can be on a medium range as well. So depending on how much somebody weighs, if somebody's, you know, 100 pounds, that medium bed's going to feel how the firm bed feels to me. So, and a lot of people will get hung up on, the tag says medium. You've got to explain to them, hey, those tags are an opinion by somebody at a factory. And we don't know how much they weigh. We don't know what their background is or anything. So, you know, you've got to explain them. Those are not medical terms. Customers think firm, medium, and soft are medical terms. They're not. No doctors, no scientists have been involved in naming the firmness of these mattresses. The only thing that they name the firmness of these mattresses are because of the top cushioning. Sometimes the springs change, but generally it's the top cushioning. Okay, so mirroring the customer, very, very important, because you're on the same level as them, and then they feel like they're connected to you. Number 4, listening. You've got to listen to them. You've got to make sure that they know that you're listening. When they're talking, you shouldn't be thinking only about what you're going to say next. Obviously, you want to know what you're going to say next, but at the same time, you want to listen to them. And again, connect with them. What's going on with them, you know? So listening, big thing. If you're talking more than you're listening, generally that's not a good thing. Not always, but generally not a good thing. You want to listen more than you talk. I'm a really good sounding board in life with a lot of different people and a lot of friends, and I believe that I connect really well with people because I can sit there and listen and not judge them. Because who am I to judge? I've done a lot of different things that I'm not proud of when I was younger, and so hey, why not? Why not be somebody's best friend, even if you're not their best friend? You know, connect with them. So listening is so important. 5, educating. Educating the customer is so important. What do I mean by educating? Folks, sir, ma'am, whatever. You're a side sleeper. So if you're a side sleeper, that means your shoulders, which I point to, your hips, which I also, point to, need to sink into the mattress when you lie on your side. So the rib cage gets supported. If you're a back sleeper, I turn like this. You want the butt to sink in so your small of your back gets supported. It's educating. What's the difference between memory foam and latex? Okay, here's more education. Memory foam, kind of the opposite of latex. You sink down more into it. Latex, you lay more on top of it. Memory foam, more of a man-made product. I say more of because latex is still a man-made product. We don't take the tree sap and throw it into a mattress. I mean, there's stuff made, but more of a man-made product, memory foam. So that's important, educating. Number 6, more listening. Make sure you're listening to that customer. With that listening, let them try the mattress without staring at them. If you're staring at the customer while they're trying the mattress, lie down. I see this all the time. I don't know what you're looking at or what you're trying to look at, but when you stare at a customer like that while they're trying a mattress, that's got to be the most uncomfortable feeling ever. Imagine if I'm staring at you right now. Like we're just sitting here and I just keep staring at you. You're not even on a bed and I'm staring at you. It's the weirdest feeling ever. So don't stare at the customer while they're trying the mattress. It's a big, big, big no-no. And customers aren't going to say anything. They're just going to walk out. Because it's weird, it's creepy, and if you're here to sell something and be the best at it, you can't stare at the customer. I don't know how many salespeople I've trained over the years, and I've told them I see them because every day in my business I get TOs. That means a turnover. If you don't know what that means, customers get turned over to me every single day because where I'm at, I'm an expert in the mattress field. So I work at a big furniture store at the moment. So in this big furniture store, many salespeople call me. And, in that, some of them will stick around. Some of them will leave and go get another customer. But if they stick around and they're watching the customer, I'm like, hey, because I'm trying to help them, train them too at the same time, even though, they're helping me by turning customers to me. But I'll be like, hey, don't stare at the customer. It's a big no-no, because we want to give them a little bit of privacy in kind of an awkward situation. Lying down on a bed in front of others is really awkward. So, more listening. With the more listening, don't stare at the customer. Give them a chance to try the mattress. Number 7, diagnosing the mattress. So you want to take all the information they gave you, and you can explain to the customer, this is the mattress that I chose for you based on A, B, and C. You got shoulder pain, you got hip pain, back pain, whatever the case may be. You've got circulation issues. You can see it sometimes too with the circulation issues. The reason why I showed you this adjustable frame, folks, is because, you said you have lower back pain. When I elevate the legs, it takes a lot of pressure off your lower back. That's why if you go to physical therapy, what is the first thing that the physical therapist does? No matter if you're going there for shoulder pain, back pain, hip pain, whatever, they elevate the legs. They put a cushion right underneath your legs to lift up your legs to take pressure off your lower back. 8, more listening. You're really building a rapport with this customer. You're listening again. And with that listening, you're getting really, really close because you're building this relationship. I often ask people, hey, what do you do for fun? Sometimes I ask them, what do you do for work? But what do you do for fun is kind of something a little bit different. Get people's head kind of out of work. Not everybody wants to think about what they do for work because they don't identify what they do for work as their life in general. So, what do you do for fun? Me, I like to play basketball. I like to ride bikes. I like to play video games. I like to spend time with my family. I like to, there's so many different things. And you can get that out of somebody, maybe they like golfing. Maybe they like, hiking or whatever, which I like. I like hiking and fishing too. So, now you're going to explain, number 9, explain the features and benefits. So, why is that important? Well, you want to explain to them. Let's just say the mattress is, got a lot more natural features. You're going to say, hey, this has natural latex. It's got cotton. The fabric is Tencel. What's important about that? Well, that's actually going to be more breathable in your house. It's built the old-fashioned way, button tufted, built to last, for 20, 25 years, like our grandparents' beds that just never wore out. So, that's the features there. Tempur-Pedic, what are the features? Well, they're kind of the Tesla of the mattress industry. They put more research and development into their particular type of Tempur material, and that contours to and relieves your pressure points better than any other memory foam in the market. So, and it's proven time and time again, customers that buy a Tempur-Pedic almost always buy another Tempur-Pedic. Those are just a few, just giving you some ideas of what to do. I'm not going to make this video super long. I just wanted to go over these. And then 10, wrapping up the sale. Now, I'm not one to try to ask everybody for the sale, because I feel like if I ask for everybody for the sale, then I've missed something along the way in everything I put there. And I might have missed something else, but these are the top 10 things that you need to go over with a customer to get to the end. So, I call it wrapping up the sale, not closing the sale, because you don't always have to close it. Customer can get closed when you actually do all these other things on the list. So if you're actually doing exactly what you're supposed to do from beginning to end, and not having distractions too. If you got other salespeople trying to distract you, I've seen that too. Hey man, what are you doing? What did you do last night? Or blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I'm focused right here. The mattress department, whether you're in a mattress store or a furniture store, that needs to be the library of the showroom, because sleep, you rest in. If the customer can't feel like they rest for a few minutes, then they're not going to want to stick around. So I call it wrapping up the sale, closing the sale, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to close every customer. A lot of customers just say, you know what, we're going to take this, we're going to take that. You did a great job of explaining. You listen to me, you ask the right questions. It's all in their head, And I always tell them congratulations at the end, not congratulations. I tell them thank you, and I tell them I'm excited for them, because I am excited for them to actually get a good night's sleep for a change. And most people end up saying, I'm excited too, It's just that one last thing that I tell a customer, just to solidify they made the right purchase. Because this is a blind rectangle that they're buying from you. And if you don't make them feel great about that, there's a chance that they go, man, he's kind of 50-50 on this, I have a very low return rate, by the way, percentage-wise. And part of it is, pretty much all of it is what I went over, A lot of people say, oh yeah, you know what, I need to talk to my doctor. Now, this is not medical advice, but the truth is doctors don't learn anything about mattresses at medical school for the most part. Unless there's something that changed that I don't know about, I have not heard doctors spending any amount of time. And I've got 25 years experience. I started in 1998, responded to an ad in the LA Times. So anyways, just wanted to go over that, wrapping up the sale. Share your thoughts or comments on anything. Hopefully, if you like this, you can, I hate saying that, like and subscribe, but you know what they say. Like and subscribe and ring the bell and all that jazz. Anyways, if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. But I'll be here for another video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Good selling.